The Kenyan government has responded to a scathing editorial by The Economist, which criticized President William Ruto over his policies and what it described as an increasingly authoritarian style of governance. The article, titled "William Ruto is Taking Kenya to a Dangerous Place," accused Ruto of reneging on his election promises to uplift the lives of ordinary Kenyans, instead choosing to respond to public protests with brutality and censorship. Published on July 3rd, the editorial referenced the June 25th protests, which led to the loss of lives, the temporary closure of global companies operating in Kenya, and highlighted corruption as key markers of Ruto's troubled presidency. As a result, the publication argued that President Ruto should not seek re-election in the 2027 general election, warning that another term could steer the country further down a dangerous path. The media house further described Ruto's image as tainted and his damaged reputation as little reason for hope of reforms in the future. However, in a response by State House spokesperson Hussein Mohamed, which was later posted by The Economist, he questioned the media house's authority in speaking about Kenya's elections and Ruto's decision to stand for re-election. "What do you mean by saying President Ruto's image is tainted and he should not seek re-election? Shouldn't the voters, not The Economist, make that decision at the next election?" Mohamed posited. In defense of President Ruto's administration, Mohamed argued that far from leading the country into decline, the president was making difficult decisions and reshaping Kenya's future through bold, necessary reforms. He cited key indicators of progress, including Kenya's economic growth, a significant drop in inflation, a stronger shilling, and the gradual easing of the central bank rate, CBR, all of which he said were fostering economic empowerment among Kenyans. Since August 2022, Kenya has recorded an average annual GDP growth rate of 5%, outperforming the global average of 3.3% and the regional average of 3.8%. Inflation, which stood at 9.6% in October 2022, fell sharply to 3.8% by May 2025, well below the Central Bank of Kenya's 5% target, bringing relief to millions of households, Mohamed stated. Addressing concerns over multinational companies exiting or scaling down their operations in Kenya, Mohamed revealed that several global firms, including Bupa Global, Africa Specialty Risk, Lloyds, and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, had recently announced plans to open their Africa offices in Nairobi. On the sensitive issue of protests, Mohamed acknowledged the recent demonstrations, affirming that the Constitution guarantees the right to picket. However, he noted that some protests had turned violent, resulting in damage to private property and attacks on police stations. The right to protest must not infringe on the rights of others. In any functioning democracy, that is always a difficult balance to strike, he said. For his part, Ruto revealed that he would seek re-election and that his report card was enough evidence of the work he had done to secure a second term. He has also remained bullish about the chances of his competitors, such as his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua, maintaining they have nothing to show Kenyans on why they should be elected.